Child and Family Services, which the acronym is CFSA, came to some pastors and said, there is a crisis of foster care in Washington, D.C. There's over 1,300 children in care, and there are more children at risk. The head of CFSA at the time said the government should not be raising children. Children should be raised in families. We see the church stepping into this gap. So what are you going to do? DC127 is an organization that exists to strengthen and stabilize families impacted by the foster care system here in Washington, D.C. And we do this work by mobilizing the church in D.C. to provide wraparound support to families.
DC127 comes from James 127, which calls the believer to care for the widow and orphan in their distress. And we're there to kind of help the church come around families that need this support, whether they're at risk of having their kids removed, all the way to temporarily caring for kids through fostering and/or kinship care.
We do provide some tangible supports with utilities or food or whatever the case may be. And there are a lot of places that you can go in the city to get those things, but you can't go to a social services office and get a friend that is calling for you, checking in on you, praying for you, whatever it is that they need. That person is there for them in a real way.
We think this is such an important call for the church, but also a place that the church is uniquely equipped to step in. And we are able to have those relationships with foster families and with bio families who are at risk of separation. And we can connect the people of God to those families and put them in community together.
The most rewarding part of my volunteering experience is being able to see someone who's in crisis and be able to do even the smallest thing to make their life easier. When my wife and I were struggling, somebody did that for us. So having the opportunity to pay that forward is just amazing.
We just moved 8 months ago, and they helped with bedding, toys for the 2-year-old. It's been amazing. And it's enough. Now it's enough. I don't worry. We do a supply list every month. Sometimes I do it when I need it because it's enough now.
One of the biggest challenges I'm facing as a parent was stable housing. I was in an incident with my kid's father and I didn't have housing after a while. So DC127 helped me to get the resources I need to get stable housing. It's a blessing. It felt good. I had somebody who's actually supportive.
I think where we have hope in this work is seeing the churches that are partnering with us enter into this with us over and over again. It's a volunteer-driven effort. And so when volunteers show up, even when they start maybe with a delivery or coming one time to do Kids Day Out, we're seeing those relationships turn into teams that form around families. And then maybe somebody on that team has served and then they think, actually, maybe I could be a foster home. So we're seeing momentum around the work that's happening here. And we believe that we can address the foster care crisis because the church is here, she is called, and she's equipped to do this work.